I hit three 8-irons talking to you.
Let's make sure that looks like we're all good there. All right. I can close that out and go back to E6. You can hit ready whenever you're ready. And we'll just get going here in just a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everything came up good in the on YouTube. It looks like it did. I'll be talking to the audience a little bit, so
you're good.
Yeah, I just want to let you know they'll be able to hear you as well.
Yep.
All right. Full disclosure, right?
Yeah.
And we'll be good. So we've already got people streaming. Looks like we're good there. I'm gonna hit ready. I'm excited to play the mix of 9 holes here.
Well, and it's a great way to put a feature on E6 here. So I'm gonna try to move this back a little bit.
Your audio's pretty good too, so that'll be great.
I'm on an AirPod.
Nice. That's why it's so nice. We've got to get more people on that. So I'm on a wireless microphone. I'm assuming I sound, pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Lucky me. I'm up first.
Let's roll.
I've been working on my driver.
I know.
Man, it's a mess. So I think I finally have the final piece figured out. The swing coach I'm working with said my grip's too strong. It causes you to come from the inside. And
it's closed.
And it's closed, yeah. So I'm going to try to fix that right now. So this will be interesting. I'm making an adjustment. First drive of the day. And that did not fix it. That felt so weird changing my grip like that. Oh my god.
That'll just take time.
I was going to say I need to make micro adjustments because that felt so weird. I was hitting them actually decent earlier.
So what you need to do, tell me when this comes in focus.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So I've got an angle drawn where my thumb is, and I got the 2 knuckles.
Oh, I like that.
And because of your cameras, you'll be able to see that.
Yeah.
So for you only want to be able to see those 2 knuckles. You could probably see about 4. Is my guess.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said. He goes, you got to bring that right hand up. Oh, look at that.
Uh-oh.
I was going to say, don't go down there. You're good. That was a great shot.
I've done it.
Yeah, I mean, at Torrey Pines, I hooked one down on the beach. It was hilarious. And that was OB, actually. All right.
Unfortunately, in Pebble, it's not. And it's hard to get up.
Yeah, well, on Cabo, I hit one down. And it was 60 feet up a cliff. And I barely made it. It rolled onto the green. Don't be too much. Get down.
Yeah, I really feel like the Uneekor's more representative of your ball flight.
It really has a nice ball flight. I agree.
Than the Mevo. The Mevo's close.
The Mevo is very close, and I like it a lot. It's doing an amazing job for so short of a flight because it's actually reading that ball the whole way, where this camera system has so many frames in a short period of time, it only needs a few feet. That's the same way high definition golf works for its spin camera. But high definition golf has a huge advantage with the 2 cameras in the upper corners, where Uneekor is doing it all from, this small window. It's amazing. 1 box. I mean, it's pretty incredible technology.
Mm-hmm. So that was a no read.
I was just going to say, it was a misread, huh?
Yeah. And I found out another thing with the Mevo that's kind of interesting. When I was putting, I was putting the metallic ball in my pocket.
Okay.
Don't do that. It doesn't like that either. That causes
Oh,
issues.
because it's seeing metal?
Because it's seeing the metal ball.
Oh my gosh. Now that looks good. There you go. Wow. Right next to each other.
Yeah.
Same idea.
You got a little putting advantage on me, though.
Have you taken the Mevo Plus outdoor yet?
I have. So I get my ball flight's much more accurate outdoors.
That's where it shines.
Side spin.
Yep.
In relation to side spin than indoor.
Yeah, it has more flight, and that's where it shines. And honestly, that's where a lot of the value in Mevo Plus comes. Bang for the buck, you know, that outdoor. If someone's looking for that, it's pretty amazing.
There's nothing comparable if you want that in this price range.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're getting radar technology that was 20, 30 grand there for a long time, packed into this little unit. It's wild. What angle do you have your...
People are going to get some actual pre-Mevo 09 experience from me.
Well, you're not on 09, are you?
No, that's what I'm saying. So.
Okay, yep. There you go. Nice putt.
There you go.
What angle is your unit on?
11.9.
Okay, all right, good. I've been trying to tell everybody it seems to help just a little bit until they release 09. Look at this hole. I love the water. Look at the water down there.
It is good.
Beautiful course. All right, 193. This is a long par 3 for me.
Super challenge for me.
I'm playing a 5-iron to be safe, and I actually want to play my draw. I want it to kind of come. I mean, I'd love to play a fade. I can't, but it'd be nice.
Banff Springs. Banff killed me with the long
It
par
was
3.
brutal, wasn't it? There wasn't a short hole on the whole course, except that one downhill par 3, and that was tough.
Yeah, I've got indoor swing syndrome when it comes to the long irons.
Oh, I got that
Everything
there.
else I'll swing.
That's over the green. I skied it.
Yeah, you got that good.
Yeah. The minute I hit it, I crisped that ball, and I was so worried about getting it there. I should have just clubbed it down.
I'm getting your data, which is nice.
Oh, you are getting my data. Okay, and you want to know why? It's because I'm using the E6 trajectory algorithm. I'm not using the Uneekor. Cool.
Okay. That is... I try to hit them high, which is just bad news on a mat.
Hey, you've got a nice little approach shot. 56 yards.
$56.6. Plenty of room back there.
Yep. I might be in some bush trouble. We'll see. Could be really close.
Get right.
Get in there.
Right.
Oh, 6 inches. Oh, nice shot.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Oh, I think I can get under that. All right. It's going to be tough, though. Up and out, and I don't know what's going to grab it and hold it back. You know, so I've got to hit this thing. Oh, got to carry it 70 so feet. And man, this is going to be tough.
Oh! I can't wait to see the spin on that.
35.96.
That's a good spin from there.
Yeah.
Really good spin.
I just kind of gave it a little, you know, a little 58. Look at
These
that.
are those testy ones.
Yeah, they are. I agree. And that's 4 inches downhill, so hopefully... Oh, look at this. Hit it. Gonna stay within.
I told Ricky, my one wish for E6 is run that grid another 10 feet by the hole.
Yeah.
So you can actually see what's happening, because so many of these holes we play are on ridges. You hit it 7 feet by and it winds up 40 feet away.
Have you put that suggestion in the one Discord group, the suggestion group?
I might have at one time, but it might.
Because I like
make
that.
Sense to do it again.
I mean, why not show the grid like that? I think that's a great idea. Especially if it's going to fall off on you. That's where I get in trouble sometimes. Yeah. I want to get it there, but then you get it there, and if you hit it just a little too far, you realize that it's a cliff, you know, and it just rolls right off the green or something, you know.
Well, that's what I like about the Uneekor heat map. Is it gives you an idea of what the green's doing.
Yeah.
The X putt that we were discussing.
That was terrible. I'm right back to my old disastrous swing. I don't even want that to be on video. Oh my gosh. What was that?
But that X putting simulator does the same thing. It gives you the kind of like the terrain map. And it makes it really nice for trying to putt, since you visually can't tell. Uh-oh.
You're okay.
But since I moved my Mevo down below my stance mat, just by an inch, those 18, 20-degree launch angles I was getting the last time you and I played are gone.
Which that's wild to me, that would make a difference.
And like I said, it helped the putting too.
That's just wild. I mean, yeah, mine sits very level, but you never know.
Yeah.
Where mine sits, if I sat down and looked, it could be a little below. And maybe that's the difference that no one's noticed with my setup. The way it sits against that wall.
Yeah. Well, even if that mat's up 1/4 of an inch or 1/10 of an inch, it may all play into that.
Get up there, ball. No. I just didn't want to hit a hybrid or something with my swing being so bad, so I tried to wrench an iron up there.
Ew.
Jay Fort said, you carried your 5-iron 210. I didn't carry a 210. It ended up probably 210. I carried it like just over 200, which is a striped 5-iron for me. That is that far. Have you ever played this course in real life?
I have not. There's a few courses on E6 that I've played.
I have been fortunate enough to play this one time, and I actually had a pretty good round. But this hole I remember so perfectly. Look, I was down where we were, and you just can't see anything, and it's just this huge hill, and you're like, where am I hitting this to? And the caddy's like, aim right there, and I'm just like, with what club? Like what? If you didn't have a caddy, it's a wild course. Those guys are magic men out there. All right, got to get there.
I've played a bunch over in Scotland.
Oh, really? Oh, gee, look at that.
So I've played St. Andrews twice, Carnoustie.
Oh, man.
Where I'm going with this is one of the courses on E6 on the basic package is Loch Lomond.
Okay.
And that's a fun one. Where they used to do the Scottish Open. I've played it.
That's awesome.
And it's really, really good.
Yeah, I'd like to get over there sometime. Man, there's good golf just all over the world. It's like, how can you make it, you know?
You just got to keep your kids playing and allow them to get a little bit older.
Exactly. They love the simulator. It's a oh, get down, ball. Get down.
I smoked that.
Yep. Crisp it.
Launch angle was probably lower than what I wanted. Yeah.
I do that with my wedges. When I hit a clean wedge, man, I can sky them here and there. Well, that's a pretty view there.
That is wonderful. I am glad I am not putting this.
Hey, I've chipped on the green a couple times lately. It works well. Looks like there's about 20 people on the live stream. That's pretty... What? Look at that shot. On. Well done. If anybody has a question about E6 Connect, Uneekor, we're playing against Amiibo Plus. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff going on. Feel free to ask away. All right, I need
random holes at Pebble.
Yeah, good point. And I didn't tell everybody that. So we're not playing in order. We're playing some of our favorite holes between the front and the back 9. We kind of put our heads together and came up with a really cool little list of our favorite 9 holes at Pebble. Which, good call on that. It's just awesome. 44 feet. I'm going to go for more of like a bump and run here, I think. Which means I need to probably carry it 35 feet or so. Oh, get down.
Stop.
Nope. I stabbed at it and went too far.
Still in your range.
And you know what? It is within a makeable range. I agree. Gosh darn it. All right. 2 inches downhill. This is makeable.
Very nice.
Thank you. All right. We both did well on that hole. Oh, here it is. Number 7. I am proud to say I made it on this green. And the 3 other people I was playing with did not. Now, I wasn't close to the pin, but I was on the green, which I felt like that was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know? All right.
You've got a distinct advantage here. This has been a demo in so many of your videos.
It has, and you are right. It probably gives me a little advantage. I know what club to play. I've never played it on the Uneekor system, but you know, both the systems I've been playing it on, the Amiibo Plus and the Uneekor, they're both good systems in my opinion. So I think it's going to be similar. Let's find out.
Great shot.
And it spins out. The E6 spin gods always hate me. I always spin out of the gimme. Thank you. Hello from France. Wow. How awesome is that? Jay Fort says that 5-iron was a 209 carry. Wow. Jay Fort, I didn't think it was 209. You know, oh, look, get it, stay. Now, where's the spin? There it is. Good catch.
Hit a sawed-off low wedge.
Nice. So I hit a solid 50 degree is what I hit. Just about an 90% 50 degree. But Jay Fort says I carried that 5-iron 209. And you know what? That was a little downhill. So, yeah, I mean, I probably could see that happening. I mean, it's a solid 205 when I hit it well. Got a guy from France watching. Jaden, thanks.
I wonder if that's the guy from Discord.
Johan Escarment. I didn't know we had any guys on Discord from France. That's awesome. All right, I need to get my flat stick out here again. Nice up and down there.
There you go.
All right. "12 feet, 1 inch uphill." I usually add about a foot per inch. What about you?
That's what I try to do. Very nice. But like I said, where I struggle is you can't see the actual rods.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's like you're putting on Velcro.
Sure, sure. Johan likes the videos. Well, thanks for watching, man. This was actually Andrew's idea, that we would jump on and play some Pebble Beach, because not everybody has the premium course, which I thought that was awesome that he suggested it. And so we picked out our favorite 9 holes out of the front and back. And this one is interesting. So my driver's so bad that I'll probably lay up with like a 4-iron, and that way I don't end up in the ocean. I know that sounds kind of funny, but that's my play. I'm going to work on that grip out on the driving range, not on the course.
No.
You know?
It's called a practice range for a reason.
Ah, that was a bad shot. Wow. That's not going to be good at all. I hit that behind the ball, and that is really going to be tough. I think I'm going to have to lay up. His setup is the FlightScope Mevo Plus. So he's playing with the 0.08 firmware, where I'm playing with the 09 beta, which is hopefully going to be out soon. So you'll see that it's a little more difficult with the putting and some things. But the units work really well still. I mean, the fact they're fine-tuning a nice shot.
Thank you.
Now you'll have a good approach there.
Probably the same club, I hope.
That was way uphill too, wasn't it? So I hit that thing low and fat, and it just, didn't even clear the hill. So what do I do now? I guess I just hit this as hard as I can and hope that I make it there, because that's downhill, so I should be able to make it. Huh. Barely.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. That's all that matters, right? This is a tough hole. It's awesome, but and those guys, when they play the tips, I went to the US Open last year, and I was watching them, bomb these drives as hard as they could from it looks like they're like below the green of number 7. It's crazy.
Wow.
We were standing up on the hill looking down to the right at them down at this little tee box. It was crazy. Oh, look at this. This could be beautiful. Get a member's bounce. Great shot. Was that like a 3 hybrid or something? What was that?
Yeah, it was an 18 degree.
Man. I'd love to be sitting there.
Can't get the launch angle up high enough off a mat.
Yeah,
Fine with irons.
Could see that.
But long irons and hybrids are a little bit of a struggle.
This is downhill. Oh, I think I just... Nope. Well, this hole is going to be a struggle. Let's see how this is going.
That's why I think it's indoor for me, because I struggled with my fiber belt and I struggled with the True Strike.
And so I've never hit on those. I've had this, HD golf, set up for a while. So I think anytime you get into those gel bottom or foam bottom, it really wakes people up on how nice they are and easy they are on you when you. I hit down on stuff pretty hard, you know.
Yeah.
Got like 20, 25 people or so watching. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Look at that chip. That's a birdie, right?
There you go. No, par.
Oh, is it? Thought that was your birdie. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. That shot coming down to your approach. Oh, I mean, I have to make this in. I mean, I guess I can be wishful thinking, but 50 feet. I'm going to aim a little to the left because that break, the foot uphill.
Ooh, okay.
I'll take it. I mean, that was a tough hole for me. That was tough.
Yeah, so what? The other two premiums with the Pebble Beach deal, you got Pebbles premium and then what? Spyglass and Poppy?
Spyglass and Spanish Bay.
Oh, okay.
Which I played Spanish Bay when we were out there for the U.S. Open. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a huge fan of that course. It's really tough. It's really, really tough. Nice, you have honors.
Wow. That doesn't happen very often. Let's see here.
Yeah, thanks, Jaden. Yeah, the putting on Uneekor is great, man. I mean, I can sink 10 footers. I mean, if I have the speed right, you can watch the review right on the camera in the lower right there, and you can see that face is coming in square. It treats you well. And let me tell you, if the face isn't coming in square, it doesn't treat you well. All right, I'm going to get the driver back out here with some confidence.
That is knowing your ball flight.
I mean, I'm such a right to left, it's scary. And I'm kind of lucky that I hit inside out because that was a little bit of a toe ball. And I'm sure it's, yeah, you can see it right on the video. That would have been on the beach if that was a, you know, straight path, straight face. John says you're a player. Yes. Heck yeah, he is. Kidding me? Doing real well.
A little bit of heavy 4-iron. I think that's what it is. The mat grabs and sends that toe over.
You have to crisp those shots, and that's the difference between that 5-iron I hit. I probably hit it on average 200 yards or so, and I'm catching just a tiny bit of mat. But if you crisp that thing and it gets hot right in the center of the iron, oh yeah. I mean, I'm carrying that sucker 205, you know, all day long. So what do we got? 182, 10 feet downhill. So I'm going to hit a 6-iron. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you get penalized pretty hard by hitting a little behind the ball on a mat.
Yeah.
That's going to be pulled. Yep. Holy. Whoa. I mean, there's no way I pulled my 6-iron that far. I mean, 221. That's
even with that spin.
Yeah. I mean, I pulled it really, really hard. But
yeah, but your spin was up. That doesn't make a lot of sense to get like a flyer like that.
Wow. Might have to review what happened there, huh? I mean, if I look at look at my club on impact, I don't know. I came, who knows? Look on HD Golf, see what it said. Look where I'm at. This is gonna be really tough. 23 feet. Oh, not even close. I went way too high with it. Way too high with it. I thought I would go up and down, and it didn't carry enough. I hit my ceiling.
Okay.
Well, I am in trouble again.
I need some roll on that.
Jaden says that's the first inaccurate shot. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, honestly. I wonder if that was part of the E6 algorithm, you know, and not the Uneekor, because I'm using the E6 ball flight, the way that thing's skied. Because I've hit enough out on the range, you know, inside of Ignite. I'll probably look back and look at that data. 63 feet. Love the ocean view there. That's sweet. Down, stay. Gonna roll out on me. Oh, 9-9. I think it stayed. That was luck. Get me out of that hole.
You get those 3 inches sometimes. Sometimes you miss them by 3 inches.
Yeah. Hey, you got to cut it off somewhere. Aiden says, that happens sometimes with above cameras, it goes long. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's been real accurate. So it's very possible the way that I was so inside out and closed that, you know, it just caught a little bit of a heater. And then obviously that thing was going downhill and rolled out and everything else. So
Jay, here's a question with the Uneekor. You were talking earlier about using light tees.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens if you, I noticed that they've got their balls that you can buy that are marked.
Yep.
Some people have said you can buy balls, but I'm sure if you buy balls, marking a yellow ball is probably not a good idea.
No, I would stick to white balls, but the yellow I think would have enough contrast, it wouldn't be a big deal. They just don't want white tees, yellow tees, anything that could look like a golf ball, because the way that looks on the infrared system, you can even look at this later. I have the club path in the lower right of this video, and you can see how that white ball really sticks out. And if it has something else white, it's going to mess with it. You don't want it trying to track anything but the ball. Look at this drive. Holy moly. Can you want to hit mine for me too?
I've spent a lot of years trying to neutral my hand path. I used to be 6 from the inside.
Jeez.
So when I'm talking to you about stuff I'm seeing, I'm speaking historically. Stuff to try.
Man alive. All right, I'm just going to smooth and steady here. I hit some great ones when I started adjusting a little bit, and then, you know, just trying too much at once. There it is.
Very nice. That was smoked.
Yeah, that was best drive I've had in a little while. I hit a couple of those earlier, but that carried like 270, didn't it? Yeah, that's all of a drive for me. Carried 270, I'm in.
You were getting it on your Uneekor video last night too, when you started hitting some.
Yes, you're right. I striped a couple drives, and yeah, the carry was about 270. You're right.
This is a tough pin with the spin that we get.
Yeah, you almost like you wish you could land it on the fringe behind the pin and let it spin back to it.
Yeah, I know this hole well enough that if I fly something back there with a bunch of spin, it's coming back at me.
Yeah, bunker the size of the beach down by the ocean. Oh, that looks right at it. Bounce towards it.
Just short.
Oh, great shot. What did you hit there?
So that was a 9. I wanted to hit an 8.
Yeah.
But I was afraid of going long and having that chip shot coming back.
I think that was a great play. So I'm 9 feet downhill, 114. I have to hit a 50 degree. And I'm going to put this thing in the back of my stance on purpose. That way, hopefully, I just take a little of that crazy spin off. We'll see. Oh, now I need the spin. Spin. Oh, it's a hill.
Now you need it. Very nice.
Right.
Great shot.
Thank you. 81.53. It still had a lot of spin. It's tough not to spin those wedges. These Mac Daddies, I swear, they spin like crazy.
You know, chat, that was spoken from the non-amateur pro that just said, I'm going to play this back and hit this shot and spin it back to the hole.
Let me tell you.
Everybody's favorite non-amateur pro.
Well, and I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, listen, whatever I say or whatever I'm doing, like, don't like go try to change your game on my game. I try to tell everybody all the time, I'm like, listen, I am far from a PGA professional. Contact your own coach. Do not blame me. All right. Very cool. Got the dusk going here. This is a fun hole. This is where Gary Woodland had to chip from one side of the green to the other. Remember that last year?
I do.
All right. I got to be able to get this there. Oh, man, it's not going to draw. That was a bad strike. It's going to go way right. Interested to see the video on this one. Oh, yeah, look how far right that ball took off. Ho, ho, ho. All righty.
I tugged at a hair. Fly.
Oh, that was it. How does he feel about the accuracy on the Mevo Plus asking for a friend? So they want your opinion, not mine, on the Mevo Plus.
So I've had it up against a GC Quad. I've had it up against a Flight Scope XI.
Oh, I didn't know you'd done those comparisons. That's awesome. So tell us how that went.
Yeah, so my teaching pro's got a Flight Scope XI.
Okay.
So I compared it outside there against it. It was dead on.
Dead on.
If you were
wow.
So if you took 10 shots, and that's the way I try to look at stuff when I'm testing anything.
Yep.
Is I take 10 shots. It was within 500 RPMs of backspin. And ball speeds were literally like 0.5 apart.
Wow.
And I did it with the driver, 7-iron, and just a pitching wedge.
Wow. A unit that cost $18-some thousand, I want to say, brand new.
Yeah. And then with GC Quad, obviously you can't talk about putting with a camera system because the camera system is going to beat a Doppler system any day of the week. With putting, but it was, club head speed was off. I think Quad was reading it maybe 3 miles per hour faster.
Okay, interesting.
You know, XI Tour and Mevo are using the same logic, so
Yep.
read it all the same.
That makes total sense.
Launch angles I felt on the Quad, and this was without the stickers, so it was just an indoor unit. It didn't have the club path stuff.
Yep.
Launch angles were just maybe, I think they were like 2.78 higher than the Mevo.
Okay.
So now when I tested all those, though, those weren't in sim mode. Those were in the actual flight scope, be at 18 degrees.
Okay. Man, that's some great feedback. Thank you. Sure, everybody watching will appreciate that. Well,
see, like, so I would question that read there.
I mean, take a mulligan if you want. That thing definitely skied on you. I mean, I get some hot wedges, even outside sometimes, and that's why
yeah.
I mean, it's tough. And you're also not getting penalties out of the sand.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been...
That was interesting.
That was interesting as well, yeah.
So it showed low, and that was at least chest high.
Yeah, I think you might have a couple little quirks going there.
Well, and that's where I'm interested to see where the 09 kind of adjusts some of those slower speed deals.
Yeah, because see, I haven't had really any of that. I mean, I really haven't. I'm sure you've seen enough of the videos. It's nice actually comparing. Look at this.
So that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, that seemed...
paying attention to that it would be downhill.
Yeah, that seemed well done. Oh, it's not gonna... Oh, I thought it was gonna freeze on us for a second. I was like, not now. Ever since they did the update, I think they have the freezing fixed completely.
Yeah, I've not had a freeze. But that's where I was kind of telling you earlier. If they could run that grid 10 feet by, I would have saw that continued straight downhill.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll show downhill, but you're at a surface above the green, so it's always going to show downhill.
Yep. How many feet do you think your ball rolls before? They appreciate your feedback, so yeah, that's awesome. How far do you think your ball rolls before it tumbles off?
It's rolling, let's say 14 inches.
Yeah, that's not far enough. It's reading the ball farther than that.
Yeah, but when I put, and I don't know if people can see, these little foam cushions here.
Uh-huh.
It helped the ability to putt.
Yeah. Because that radar is reading it further. So it's working, but you're losing a lot of the accuracy once it goes past that mat because the radar sees movement and it sees that ball bouncing. That was a nice putt. So anytime it gets some erratic bouncing, and that's what .09 is really going to focus on because of all the different turf out there, is it's going to eliminate that vertical movement because of turf, and hopefully make everyone's environment more adaptable. So
when I was testing putting with this setup, Jay, I actually pulled the mat all the way back up to the back and was putting it off it that way, and it rolled really good at that point.
How did that not go in? You see that thing go right around the cup? That was hilarious.
The replay shows it.
Man, what a bummer.
But that's what I'd love to see on a short indoor. The device isn't an X3 made to analyze putting.
Yep.
There's no reason to read it for 8 feet.
Sure. I've got Richard who's asking, I feel like the driver spin is high on Mevo Plus. It is for me. How about you, Andy?
So it is. It's higher than what I get outside. And it's higher inside on the unit than it is outside on the unit.
Okay.
So outside in here, I'm going to get 3 to 3,500. Outdoors, I'm someplace around 23 to 25.
Okay.
Very similar launch angles. I don't know if it's because of the distance that it's flying to be able to track it. But Jay, I go back, if you watch some of your first videos before you hurt your back with the Mevo, you were constantly in that 2,500 spin.
And that's the thing. I haven't had really high spin, but I also have a solid 10 feet to the screen. But yeah, you're right. I've had some people say they have high spin, and my unit has really not proven to see that. And you're also right in saying that my driving has been a mess after I hurt my back. And So how can you use that data, right?
So if you go back to some of your match play vids,
Yep.
before you broke the driver, I never saw anything high spin from you. Now I see some that will bump up in that 3,500 range.
Yep.
I'm guessing it for you. It's strike. You're hitting it low in the face, and it's just kind of coming up spinning.
Oh
with
yeah.
the vertical ball and roll on the driver.
Very
But
poor
I can hit
strikes
mine.
lately.
I can hit these lower spin, and outside I would do that, but I'd start it probably 15 yards right of my target line.
Yeah.
And draw it back, and that's where the spin decay is what I've talked to FlightScope about. Is outside a ball stability. The reason a draw goes farther is it starts to spin decay and it starts to fall left.
Yep.
And that's an unstable ball. And I don't think it calculates that shot very well, which I would hit outside carry about 240 and get about 260 a roll in just nice conditions.
So Richard followed up with saying, are they going to fix it? Well, I can tell you this, Richard. You know, they have been very responsive on making adjustments and communicating with customers and everything. They are about ready to release that .09 update, which is not just for putting. That is going to address other things. They weren't able to get me the list of details. I'm not sure if they're not certain on if it's all going to be released in this one or not, but there will be more than putting released. And they're collecting all of the data from the customers. This is allowing them to figure out what needs to be adjusted for all the different environments and distances that is being used indoors. So I think you're going to see the unit just get better and better as they have some data to work from. They brought it to market fast. I mean, I think that they're a little surprised at some of the things that they noticed, and they had a perfect environment, and now it's being brought out in garages and barns and wherever, and it's allowing them to learn a lot, and they're making adjustments. It's awesome to know that they can do so much with firmware.
So, and Jay and I are both first batchers with the Mevo.
Yeah, I'm PGA show. Are you that early too?
So I got mine just after the PGA show.
Okay.
So I was one of the leftover units.
Yep.
And I was kind of talking to somebody on Facebook they're like, well, that's a lot of money to spend for something that doesn't work. It's kind of like I knew what I was getting into as an early adopter, and we'd kind of be real world beta testers for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you buy a piece of technology like that, they're making it. How about when Windows or a computer gets released and you have all the driver updates and stuff? I mean, I love to see that they're working so hard.
Well, and I go...
Just don't go too far left. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I thought that it would, draw around, and it just was too far left. I hit a 3 hybrid. I didn't even get amazing distance out of that. It just rolled so far. Oh, man.
But you look at companies like Foresight, even TrackMan, and FlightScope. They're established companies. They've been around a long time, but they're not big companies.
No, you're right.
And I think that's what people forget.
Yeah.
What's FlightScope? If you take away where the manufacturing is, what are they? Maybe 25 people?
Yep. No, I think that you're making a very, very valid point that this is a very intricate piece of hardware and a small team that is using advanced technology. And you're absolutely right. You have to have a little bit of patience and know that, you're going to have something amazing as they fine-tune, Oh, nice shot. Stay on there.
Yeah.
So it's going to let me chip from down by the beach, isn't it?
There you go. Realism.
This is hilarious. Oh, my gosh.
I'd love to know
I think I can get it up and over that. I think I can flop it up. It's only 84 feet.
So this would be the fun test. You need to go back and do a 2-minute video of testing this with penalties on and with penalties off and see what it does.
Well, off of a rock, is it supposed to take anything off?
I don't know.
Hey, I can go into practice mode and do that. I think that'll be fun. I think that you're right. That'll be a great video.
Just go around and pick random places to put it on.
Yep. I got lucky with a little roll out there too.
Mm-hmm. But to go back, the comments, oh, nice. The comments with Flight Scope, you know, it was designed to be an outdoor unit, as you said.
Oh, radar,
And then,
yeah.
And then, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, you got people that are running this 8 hours a day playing simulator. We didn't expect that.
Yep.
know?
I don't think they understood how exciting it was to have a Flight Scope unit in that price point for simulation. I mean, I don't think they knew the power of how, you know, the simulator community. Like, there's a ton of people and there's people that, you know, are playing with an OptiShot, you know, that dream of having a SkyTrack or Mevo Plus one day, and they're all moving up eventually. And I mean, there's a ton of different, you know, markets out there. So yeah, they probably underestimated, you know, what was really going to happen. So,
well, it's the same thing with the battery life in them. When I was talking to them about the battery issues, because I thought I had one because it was before they came out with the right cord stuff and everything else.
Yep.
And they're like, it should take you about 45 minutes to an hour to play around a simulator. We don't understand what the issue is.
Right.
And I'm like, are you guys watching what's going on? And then they started getting more feedback, and they're like, well, how long are you using it? And they're like, well, I'm trying to use it for 6 hours in my golf simulator room in a bar. And it's like, oh.
I think it surprised them.
It's a consumer version. It's a consumer version. It's not a retail version.
Yep. Yeah, but it's taken it pretty well, and on the you know, retail commercial side. I mean, I've beat mine into the ground. I have it on so much all the time. Oh well, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream real quick. So give me 1 second, Andy, and I'll be with you in a second. I appreciate everybody watching. I know we had a ton of viewers. I mean, the comments were awesome, questions were awesome. You know, I thought this was a great idea that Andy had. You know, getting us out on Pebble Beach. We mixed up the front and the back, so it wasn't too long because I could only squeeze in 9 holes today. But you got to see the Uneekor QED. You got to see the Flight Scope Mevo Plus. And, you know, while I'm on that subject, if you're looking at purchasing any of them, you know, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll put it in the comments right now, and be more than happy to help you out. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will talk to you soon. There is my email right there, guys. Hope you guys all have a great night.